Yeah, yeah, Brooklyn. It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. Know what? No chaser. What's the name? It's the WGIS, nothing less, giving it straight to your chest. No chaser.
Welcome to another edition of the Rundown. Is it Tuesday? Nope.
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. My bad.
Hump day.
This is a Wednesday night edition, folks.
Yes,
Wednesday night
sir.
edition of the Rundown. It's your boy, the Drum Major, alongside my right hand, the chef. What it do? What's up, King? What's good, King?
Ain't nothing, Drum Major. I'm just kicking up some marvelous stuff back here, going
You
down
already?
memory lane with you before the show started.
Indeed. I see the NY fitted.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, I
Ja.
see it.
I had to put this on for you, Ja.
Okay.
I had to represent you.
All right.
Tip it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, tip it to the side.
You can take the man out of New York, but you can't take New York out the man. You heard me.
Yo, listen, I had to tip it to the side.
Dig it, man. I dig it.
Oh man, a lot
But
going on, bro.
We got a lot going on, man. We got a lot going on. Chef,
Yo,
it's time. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is, Chef?
I do.
I'll give you a hint. We are in mid-March.
That's right. That's right. The March Madness, baby.
The madness is here.
The madness
Chef.
is here.
The madness is here.
Ja, I think day one is gonna be bananas.
Ooh.
It's gonna be bananas on the women's side and the men's side.
Woo.
I can't call it, Ja. Don't ask me for my picks, B.
Woo.
Don't
Listen. St. John's all day. New York is in the building.
No doubt.
They're in the tournament.
Listen,
They ranked number 2.
I love what whatchamacallit did with St. John. Wait a minute.
Man, it's Rick Pitino.
For all the young kids.
Johnny's all through the tournament. That's what I'm rolling with. It's New York, man. Got to rep.
You gotta rep.
Yeah.
Rep. But Ja,
go ahead.
You good, Ja? I want to put out this disclaimer, man.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't hear it, look for it. It's on YouTube. It's all over the place. I'm telling you, you young cats out here that's balling, that think that they're going to get a scholarship, this, that, and the third, they're going to make it. Listen, St. John's already said it. Y'all better get your minds right. Y'all better get your education, and y'all better get your skill sets up. Y'all thinking that y'all going to make all this thousands of dollars in college? Listen, the man already said, we're not taking high school kids. He said, why would I want to when I could go straight into the portal and get a seasoned player? That's saying that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
For high school sports. Like, if you're not coming out ready, that's going to be your best bet, D2.
You donezo. Yeah.
If you're not no phenom that can listen and go to class, you're done. I really have to put that out there because St. John's is going to set the bar, and I guarantee you every other school is going to follow that bar.
Yeah, let the youngins know, man. Let the youngins know.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? This is basketball. This your wheelhouse. You as a coach.
Yeah.
Let the youngins know, B.
Y'all hard-headed motherfuckers. Listen, I'm telling you. Y'all hard-headed kids, boy. Y'all think y'all got it like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, man. For sure.
That's all I gotta say. Ain't nobody
man.
desperate for high school phenoms anymore.
There's none that stood out for a
No.
while. There's none that stood out for a while. Not for a long while.
Listen, this ain't the 80s and 90s anymore.
Yeah. We had a lot of them coming out in the we had a lot of them coming out in the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of high school phenoms.
Yeah.
But and then of course the early 2000s was the origins of the one and done. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Those were the glory days.
The one and dones. You know what I'm
One and
saying?
done. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, Kentucky and Rick Pitino started that mess.
Oh, did he?
Shit. Calipari, excuse me.
John Calipari.
Yeah.
Yes, John Calipari. Yeah, John Calipari
Sorry.
is the originator of the one and done. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes,
Kentucky
sir.
Wild. Yes. Kentucky Wild.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
he's the
But
originator.
oh man, but listen. Kentucky is Kentucky is Kentucky, Kentucky, Carolina is are NBA factories, dogs.
They are.
And Duke. And Duke. Kentucky,
Unfortunately.
Carolina, and Duke are NBA freaking factories.
They
And
are.
let's put UConn in there too. They
On the East Coast. Let's just
yeah,
put it on the East Coast.
yeah. Add UConn in there. NBA factories.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, I mean.
Listen. And it was one point, it was Syracuse, it was the Big East and the ACC.
Yes, yes, yes. Back in the 90s,
That's
yes.
that's all that was
Late
coming
80s,
out.
late 80s to mid 90s, yes.
ACC
Yeah.
and Big East.
Big East had it on Smash. Yeah. Yes,
Smash.
sir. Yes, sir.
You- listen,
NBA factories. You hear me?
facts, facts,
NBA factories. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
facts, man.
But I
Those were the
don't,
glory days.
yeah, but I don't want to, with the slight disruption, I'm just going to
Yeah,
go through the people that pay our bills real quick. It is a quick run. I mean, you've heard me say this, you've heard announce these folks 1,000 times, but I'm just gonna run it through real quick.
just
Shout
run
out
it,
to Sugar Water Radio, Sugar Water TV.
just run
Shout out to
it.
Inspire Motivational Tees. Shout out to Fat Boy Coffee, Coach Alani, Coach Rock. Congratulations to Rock. You don't
Yes.
know what it is. Mind your business. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. But
Stay out of
congrats,
grown folks'
you know what I'm saying? Stay
business.
out of grown folks' business. But
No
congrats to
doubt.
our boy Rock. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is.
You know, you already know.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, last but definitely not least, Graph Inks. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to our sponsors. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So get that out the real quick. I ain't gotta do the run, I ain't gotta do the rundown. Y'all know what it is. I've done said it 1,000 times on 1,000 episodes.
Facts.
We excited. The chef and I are excited, folks, because March Madness has begun. We
Yes.
just flooded with basketball. We got
Yes.
we got the NBA
Oof.
at the final stretch of the season.
Yes.
They got the positioning for playoff standings, and then on top
Oof.
of that, we got the March Madness. We are flooded with basketball, and the chef and I are stoked.
Listen, Ja,
Straight
ain't
up,
no elbow room, B.
none.
Listen, the NBA alone, there's a lot of everybody's on the subway trying to fight for elbow room.
You understand me?
It ain't happening, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
and
Yes,
and in
sir.
March Madness, it's definitely no elbow room. A lot of these teams are equally matched, man.
So it's gonna be some big matchups. Have you saw any have you engaged in the bracketology, sir? Do you know what the brackets look like right now? Or
I'm actually
do you need more investigation?
I'm actually looking at it now, Ja,
Oh,
and
okay, okay, okay.
I see Auburn deserved. Duke
Yes,
well deserved.
yes.
Um, who's on the bottom here? Florida well deserved.
Uh-huh.
Houston is the surprise team.
Houston is a surprise. Yep.
Yes. And I tell you who else is a surprise, man. I
Mhm.
gotta give it up to them. They've been fighting and clawing for well, it's two teams. Wofford, because they're down here in South Carolina.
Okay. Shout out to
And
Watford.
yeah, and then because they've done it and then didn't make it last year, but they made it this year. So they made it like 2 years in a row, missed a
Right,
year, and then they're
right.
back. And then Clemson.
Ah, Clemson's in the mix.
Yes, they're number 5. They actually had a really good season this year.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
So Clemson is actually clawing their way back
Uh-huh.
into the basketball world, college basketball.
Ah,
So I
okay,
definitely give them their props. It's been a long
okay.
time coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dig it. Okay. All right. So what so what's your so have you picking any do you have any favorites to
No, I haven't reviewed the brackets yet,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I got a few favorites in here though. I like Memphis. I like Penny's team.
Penny, yes, yes, shout out to Penny.
Yes,
Yeah,
salute to him.
yeah.
Kentucky's another favorite.
Of course, they always gonna be, yeah, they always gonna be they always gonna be.
Yep. Tennessee and Wofford is going to be a good matchup, but unfortunately, Wofford will be going home.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, who else we got here? Missouri is another good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Terps are back.
Nah,
Yeah,
all right, Maryland.
Maryland,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get the
yeah.
Merlin,
Maryland.
trying to
Maryland.
get the Merlin.
The Terps are back in the mix.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Gonzaga's been a steady force, but
Gonzaga. Yeah, it's like Gonzaga
yeah.
always been steady. Yeah, yeah,
Now I
yeah.
gotta tell you, 2 years running. Last year they had a lot of issues, but I like them still this year. Alabama.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Alabama
Okay.
is another good team. There's a lot of
Hmm.
teams from South Carolina this year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Liberty's
Okay.
another good team from down here. Um, Auburn, well deserved. Michigan, after the Juwan Howard fiasco is all over, they're back in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think North Carolina's gonna last long. I think they're gonna get bounced.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll get back because I don't think your boy Davis is running that squad right. They're
No, you
missing.
don't think so?
I just feel like this just is since he's taken over, it's not it's not Dean Smith or what was the other coach?
Roy Williams.
Roy Williams. It's
Mm-hmm.
not them two.
Right.
And I feel like, Hubert Davis has qualities of a good coach,
Mm-hmm.
but I wonder on this level to take a top tier school like North Carolina and make them mediocre. I just don't think he's recruiting right. I think he's missing the recruiting aspect.
Yeah.
So he may need to bolster up his coaching and recruiting and start hitting like right after every game. You should be out on the road recruiting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you're not recruiting, you need to dig into the portal a little bit harder, brother, because
Yeah.
your struggles this year was like major. Like
Mm-hmm.
you lost some like major games, and because of your name, North Carolina,
Yeah.
you made the 11th seed. So and I still salute him, but I think he's got some growing pains that's coming his way. But hopefully he'll turn that around, and then you got um, there's a lot of new name teams like Lipscomb,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Marquette. So salute to them. I didn't know they made
Marquette
it.
is back. Okay.
Yeah, Marquette is in it. Bryant, I never heard of.
Right.
Robert Morris. They always got to pick a black school, right? Like one or two black schools, HBCUs.
What's that? DEI?
Oh, man, listen, I don't even want to
What
go
was that?
there.
What was that? DEI inclusion?
Yeah, man, listen, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. But yeah, man. So, there's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
that
yeah.
one. You always got to pick that one
Of course,
that
of
that
course.
wins the SWAC and the MEAC, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. Yep, yep, for sure, for
oh
sure.
man, listen. But yeah, so that's about it. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of schools from the South and North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
like UNC, Wilmington,
Yeah, UNC Wilmington.
Liberty,
Okay.
Clemson, High Point. So
Okay.
shout out to the Carolinas.
Yeah, yeah. They back outside.
Yeah. Well,
They
I
back
guess nobody
outside.
wants to go to that one in Madison Square Garden.
Uh-huh.
There's been some heavy protest on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well the thing about North Carolina, just to add to that, to your points about their rep, North Carolina is a school, a program. where their reputation precedes them because
Yeah.
they've been so successful for decades, literally. Major players has came out of there. Hall of Famers
Oh yeah.
came from there. So um, I agree with you in the point that with Coach Davis, who's a Tar Heel himself,
Right.
who played on the Tar Heels himself, um, who is an NCAA champion as a Tar Heel.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Um, I can't even begin to imagine under the insurmountable pressure that he is under since he became coach of the Tar Heels, succeeding Roy Williams, and them, and even the fact that their record, I believe their record is you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe their record is 18-11. That's
Uh,
right. Is it 18-11?
it looks like 23 and 13
23
all
and 13.
all together. But
23 and
conference
13.
play, it
23 and
might be
13, right?
yeah. Yeah.
That that's not dominant, and
No,
and according to their standards, that's underperforming
that is.
to the point where there was controversy of them being allowed into this tournament.
Yeah.
They were speaking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, in their conference alone, they're 13 and 7 in one, two, three, four, five, sixth place.
Right,
So there's no way that they should have made it personally to me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I agree 100. That's why I said, like, I don't understand. 13 and 7
Yeah,
and Wake Forest, SMU, and Louisville all get looked over.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
I don't
Wake
know.
Forest was just in the Final Four last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So that for them not to get a nod, I don't know. Unless I
yeah.
missed something, I don't think they got the nod.
No, I didn't see them on my bracketology as well. I was looking at some brackets. I didn't see them either. You
Yeah,
know.
so I don't know.
Who you got your eye on the women's side? Any
Yo,
program
what's
stick out?
that? Yeah, man. Listen, on the women's side, hold on. Let me get to that, John,
Yeah.
because I got to tell you, South Carolina's not that dominant team like they used to be. I mean, they are, but they aren't. You know what I'm saying? Even though
I
they got
know.
that, UCLA is very is very up there. Texas is very up there, man. And
UConn,
LS
of course.
UConn, of course. Oh, listen, UConn.
Paige
Watch out for
Buecker.
them.
Paige Buecker.
Watch them and watch her. She's back. She's healthy. She looks strong. She's making a
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
So I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
I got my eye on Paige Buecker. I've been following her since she was a freshman.
You and me both, B.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You and me both. She gonna do big things in this tournament. Big things.
Yeah. Yeah. I would expect nothing less from her.
If
They,
you don't
they,
know her name, look out for it.
people better start knowing her name. I mean, this is the precursor to where the WNBA is gonna have its resurgence thanks to the
Mhm.
NCAA women's college basketball. Because at this
Yes.
right now, NCAA women's college basketball is gaining some momentum, gaining some excitement, gaining some viewers.
Yeah.
All starting off with the dominance of Dawn Staley and her Lady Gamecocks, in addition to
Yes.
the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese rivalry when they were in college. So it's building its momentum, and then
It is.
you have Paige Buecker. She's nasty with it. Very 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 heady point guard. Very
Yes.
very very intelligent.
Yep.
Knows a definite general on the floor. Knows how to make the right plays. Knows when to take the right shot.
Yep.
Um, mid range game on point. Her dribble drive pretty good. She can create her own shot. Not too strong on her threes. You know what I'm
No.
saying? But that mid range
Yeah.
take you off the dribble. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? Little mid range, she'll
her
cook you. You
her
understand?
Her workouts is bananas. It's very Dawn Stanley-ish, meaning she plays with dudes. She plays
Paige,
with
right?
dudes. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
she plays with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So South Carolina on their bracket,
Yeah.
they're gonna have it real tough the first two get if they got to make it out past Texas Tennessee Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, they'll play the winner of the Utah Indiana game. So
Right.
they got a tough road ahead of them. And then in their bracket, they got Oregon, Vanderbilt, North Carolina, West
Mm.
Virginia, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Alabama. These are top 10. These are all top 25 teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have it tough. So is UCLA, but UCLA proved
Yeah.
this year that they can play with the best of them and beat them.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna be key. And let's
Yeah.
not sleep on LSU because you know LSU is always in the mix for
Right.
women's
Right. Right.
basketball. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right.
So they got some players down there. So I like those three teams coming out of that bracket, those two
Yeah.
sides. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Up. Froze up. Uh, Lab froze up. The chef has froze up, people. Experienced a little technical difficulties. Let's see if we can work through it. Um, the chef is froze up. But yeah, and March Madness is gonna be something to watch. Definitely a lot of key players to watch out for. All the teams that the chef referenced and referred to that's going to be featuring in this tournament is going to be great. I personally definitely going to be rooting for St. John's. Got Rick Pitino got them ready to rocked and ready to go, locked and loaded, ready to go. Had a great season this season. I believe they're ranked number 2. I forgot what bracket they was in, but I know they ranked number 2. They ranked number 2 or number 3, and I believe they have I think their record is 30-4. So they've been getting busy. The red storm been getting busy. So St. John's is what it is. They back in the mix. They back in the mix. They back outside. They back in the mix. So definitely looking forward to seeing them in the tournament, see how they do. North Carolina, um, in the tournament, although controversial selection in the tournament. Oh, there he is. There he is.
sorry about that.
That's
Sorry
all
about
right.
that.
That's all right. That's good. That's good. I kept it going. It's all right. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I said on the other bracket side,
Yeah.
I like UConn to actually not have an easy road,
Right.
but they I think it'll be them versus USC, 1 versus 2.
Mm-hmm. On the
So
on the women, on the women's side.
yeah, on the women's side.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? One team we definitely cannot forget. We would be remiss to not talk about is the USC Trojans.
Well, that's what I just mentioned. I said it'll be 1 and 2
Oh,
for
you said UCLA.
USC. I'm sorry, USC.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yo, what
yeah,
is
yeah,
going?
yeah.
Oh, come on! Oh my gosh!
That's all right. That's all right. That's all
My
right. That's all
bad. My
right.
bad.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, but
USC, the Lady Trojans.
the Lady Trojans, headed by none other than the phenom, Miss Top Bun.
Listen, you know what's the trend here, Ja?
The Bun B, Miss Bun B, Miss Woman Bun herself, none
Yes,
other than Juju,
Juju. Ja,
Juju
you know it's a trend here.
Watkins, huh?
You know it's a trend here
What's that?
that a lot of women or former athletes are coming
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
And
what?
former
Mhm.
top athletes are coming back and coaching at a top tier. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're showing why they were good players that transitioned into great coaches.
Great coaches. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I'm noticing that and I like it. I like the trend.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, shout out to Dawn leading the pack when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure.
She just you know A1. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, listen, no
A1.
question,
And
no question.
even though she lost a lot of her hitters to the dub, a lot of her hitters are in the dub right now.
Right?
Good coaching is good coaching. She's gonna get them girls together. She's
No
gonna get
question,
she's gonna
no
get those
question.
Lady Game Cocks together. You know what I mean? Because of course naturally they're in the tournament as well, right?
No doubt.
Yeah. What's their record?
The Lady Gamecocks,
Yeah,
they're on the opposite side of the bracket.
yeah.
They are. Oh shoot, hold on, Joe. They are. Yeah, I'll put that.
Well, while you look for that, let me just touch on.
30-3.
You see what I'm saying? You see what
30
I'm
and
saying?
3, 14 and 1 at home
You see
in
what
their
I'm saying?
conference.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Can't
and all our hitters are gone.
facts. Facts. Josh, she's a producer over there.
You know what I mean? You know what
She
I mean?
produces nothing but winners.
Yeah, exactly.
She listen, it's the system, right? You get the
System.
players that fit
Yeah.
your system, that believe in your system.
Yes. That's right.
Once a player buys in, there's
Yeah,
nothing that player won't do for you.
that's right.
And a lot of people don't believe in that, and that's why a lot of these kids fail and they jump into the portal.
Hmm.
I don't think Dawn Stanley's have had players jump in the portal like that. I
I
think she's
haven't
had
heard any,
one.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about any players wanting to leave or jump into the portal. None
No, no,
whatsoever. Yeah.
no. That program, LSU's program,
Yeah.
USC's program, like these programs are a rock steady.
Yeah. Facts.
You
Facts.
know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But speaking of LSU, another team you got to watch out for is TCU, and the reason being because of one of the former LSU top dogs, Miss Haley Van Lith, who
Oh,
played with Angel Reese, last year, a couple of years ago, last 2 years. She has went to the transfer portal and now she's leading the charge for TCU. So
I
you gotta
remember her.
give a watch out for Haley Van Lith.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
31 and 3.
yeah, yeah. So
19 and 0 at home in their conference.
yeah, Haley's a beast, man.
She is a beast.
She's I believe Haley's averaging either 18 or 19 per
She
game.
had,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
she had some little controversies
Yeah,
leading up to her leaving LSU.
yeah.
And I would have got up out of Dodge too.
Right, right. But she's definitely one of the main players I'm be watching out for
Yeah.
when I watch NCAA college basketball with the women. I want to see how Haley does and see if she can carry this team deep into the tournament. And
But we
especially
called it 2 years ago, though, Joe.
well with Haley.
Yeah, we called it 2 years ago about her.
Oh, we did. What did we
We
say?
did.
I don't remember.
We called her a future phenom.
Oh, okay.
Even though whatchamacallit was going at her, she held her own. It was a
When
few
Paige.
not Becky Page.
No, you. Oh, yes. Now, yes, you jogging.
You remember?
Caitlin, her and Caitlin.
Yes.
Yeah. She held on. Yeah, she did hold on against Caitlin. Yes, sir. Yes, she did.
Caitlyn was giving her buckets, but she
Yeah,
held her own.
Haley ain't back now.
No.
Haley ain't back now. Yes.
And
Haley
then
ain't
and,
back
and then
now.
everybody got on her like, "Yo, what are you doing? You this, that, and the third." But she's like, "Listen, no, no,
Yeah,
listen. I was the only one holding her. Remember
right,
that?
right,
Everybody else backed off. She said, I'm the only
right.
one that was a manning up on her, one
Yeah,
on one.
yeah. Haley definitely held her own. She definitely Haley. Yeah, Haley's a pit bull. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
She's very scrappy,
Yeah.
scrappy guard. Decent shooter.
Yeah.
She's definitely a better 3-pointer, definitely a better 3-point shooter than Paige. I mean, she'll
Yes.
knock it down. It's not consistent, but she'll knock a few down. She'll knock a three down when it counts, when it's important. I would definitely trust her when it comes down to crucial times at the crunch time of the game. Kick it out to her.
Yeah.
I would definitely trust someone like Haley to knock it down. You know what I mean? But she's not gonna. I don't see her lighting it up though.
No,
That's the
no,
one
no.
thing.
She's a system player.
Yeah, yeah, she's definitely a system player.
You
But
know
you
what I
know,
mean?
yeah,
And that's what the WNBA needs.
they definitely need a system. Definitely need a system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chef,
Yeah.
Miss Watkins, Miss Watkins. Now, Chef,
Yes, sir.
Miss Watkins has it all.
I
So
like
we
her.
broke down Paige, we broke down Haley,
Yeah.
but Miss Watkins has it all. I don't see no weakness in her game. Dead ass.
Yeah.
And she got size. She can handle the ball. The girl is 6'2", Chef. She's 6'1", 6'2", so she's a big guard.
No doubt. 6'2" is big.
I expect her to dominate.
I do too.
I don't see anyone locking her.
She got moves. She got a
Yeah,
handle.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
6'2"?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah. She could potentially be the second coming of Cheryl. Because you remember Cheryl played. Remember Cheryl? I know that's a big statement. Because you remember Cheryl played at LSU.
yeah.
And
No, yeah.
Cheryl is one of the basketball gods.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
me saying she could be the second coming of Cheryl, I know it's a big statement. It may be a bit presumptuous because, she's, Juju done created a hype train. And I ain't gonna hold you. I am on the hype train. I think the girl is nice. I really don't see no weakness. I really think the only person that's gonna stop her is herself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just she'll just have a bad game, but I don't see nobody locking her.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah.
I'm looking forward to watching this young lady, Miss Miss Bun B.
On B.
She done made her bun infamous, made her
She
bun
did.
famous.
She did.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw a video clip of a couple of little girls rocking their hair in a bun just like her.
Really?
Yeah, man,
See, the
yeah,
girl, listen, the little girls want what the little boys had.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We had Jordan, we had Neek, we had um who else from that era? Larry Bird,
yeah,
Kareem, Magic. We had these kind of players.
right,
Little girls back then had swoops.
yeah.
Lindsay, not Lindsay, Lisa Leslie.
Lisa Leslie, yep,
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that many
yeah.
back then. But
Candace
right
Parker,
now,
another beast.
Candace
Candace Parker,
Parker, you
another
know what I'm
beast.
saying? Dawn Stanley.
Yeah,
So now these girls got Caitlin Clark,
yeah,
Angie Reese. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So the list is growing. There was a few more that came out of colleges that should have blown up, but
right.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. But you know, different story. I'm pretty sure I know what happened,
Yeah.
but I don't know what happened. Hey,
So,
so
as much as I respect and admire Juju's game,
yeah,
um, for the on a female side, I gotta rock with Dawn. So Lady Gamecocks, I expect them to be
no
repeat
doubt.
champions. So yeah. So that's my pick for the ladies, Lady Gamecocks. For the men, gotta go to Queens, man. Gotta keep it Queens.
Got to keep it Queens.
St.
Listen,
John.
John.
You know what I'm saying? It's New York. You know what I mean?
Only reason why I can't do it is
Yeah,
because this is St. John's year back
Yeah.
in the tournament. You know what I mean?
Right.
You when you've been out of it for so long, your first year back, you never really do well. You
I
gotta
see what you're
give,
saying. I see what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah, yeah. I
you
see what
always gotta give it 2 or 3 years. Unfortunately, you do. I
uh-huh.
mean, how many years did Gonzaga make it before Gonzaga made it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what I remember. Like, that's what the tournament reminds me of. Say teams that make it for the first time in a long time,
Yep.
they got to be consistent. So that means your recruiting's got to be tight. Your
Mm-hmm.
coaching has got to be tight. Your players, your plays, everything's got to be tight. And knowing what we know, say Rick Pitino's going to do Rick Pitino things.
That's right. That's right.
So I know that St. John's will be back. They're gonna make a lot of noise,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully, you'll see a resurgence,
Yeah.
of St. John's.
Yeah. Yeah. We said, well, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, time will tell. I mean, time will tell. We see how they do in the tournament. But I definitely see what you're saying. Should not get expectations
Because
too high because it's
it
been a
might get
minute.
nervous. Yeah, it might
Yeah,
get
because
nervous.
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
We what the one thing, and this is the exciting thing about March Madness, Chef. I know you can relate. The excitement is you never know who's gonna win because it's one and done.
One and done,
One
John.
and done. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not,
And you don't know
oh,
what team you're playing until you know what team you're playing. So there's no scatter report.
none.
That's bullshit about the fighter. There's no scatter
None.
report. You just gotta do your scheme and hope it works.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You could just pray that your defense could out
Yeah,
defense the other team.
exactly, exactly. Because you ain't gonna know who you get until you know who you get.
Exactly.
You ain't having no week, 2 weeks to prepare.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait for the bracket like everybody else. Who we got? Oh, we gotta play them. All right.
Yo, listen, if that ain't
That is, yo,
if
that's
that
the
ain't hood
dopest shit
games,
about it, huh?
if that ain't hood games, right?
Right, right,
Yo,
right.
choose your squad. Oh, I got him.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you run it until you lose.
Right, right. It's
You know what
all,
I'm saying? So the moment,
it's got that Hunger Game vibes.
yeah, that's why St. John's won't egg. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna egg.
Uh,
I just feel like um the moment is not gonna be too big for them because they're gonna be prepared. So don't get me wrong.
right.
But I just feel like, the moment is big. It's a big moment. And I don't
Yeah,
sometimes some teams, even though they're ready,
yeah.
they're not ready to face like those tier teams that's been doing it
Hmm.
consistently every year.
Right.
And some of these players are second, third, fourth transfer portals. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you're going up against men in some
yeah,
cases. So
yeah,
that's why I say what I say. The
yeah.
game ain't what it used to be.
Any particular players you're looking forward to watch on the men's side?
Listen. I'm going to enjoy the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm going to enjoy the
yeah.
whole thing because I think the field is with the exception of North Carolina, and even
Hmm.
them, I think the field is dangerous.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
not. I'm sure everybody has a favorite team. That's great. That's
yeah,
gravy.
yeah,
But the field, the way it looks, man, it's anybody's game.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I've watched Clemson come a long way for the last 5 years. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, snap. Clemson? Really? Basketball?
Hmm.
Okay. It's been
Hmm.
years, but here we are. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Who else? Alabama. We watched them last 3 years,
Hmm.
and they had controversy. So these teams, Duke, you know what I'm saying? Duke got a nice squad, and I don't even
Cooper
like
flag.
with the football name, right?
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Cooper flag.
Duke, and sometimes I feel like he's overrated, like a Christian Leitner. You know what I'm saying? I get that Christian Laettner vibe from him. Because I feel like you guys are overhyping him. Come on. Come on.
Uh,
But he is good. Salute to that man. I don't want to take food out of his mouth. I ain't nobody.
I I've watched Cooper Flag play. It's um it's pretty it's very forwardy. When I say forwardy, like
I
he
get it.
plays like how he's supposed to play forward. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
he plays forward like you typically know how to play forward. He he has an inside game. Inside game is decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
He'll catch the alley oop. You know what I
yeah,
mean? He got hops. He got some bounce. So
yeah,
the alley oops be looking kind of impressive. So it's like, oh, Cooper flag.
yeah.
He's like, ah. They get hyped on the alley oops. You know
Yeah, facts, facts. I don't know if
what
he's
I'm
gonna go
saying?
hardship or not, but I hope he don't. I think he
Huh?
needs one more year. I said I hope he doesn't go hardship. I hope he takes one more year.
Nah, listen, the kid just turned 18, man. He started college at 17.
I know, but
Yeah,
with the hype that's around him, he could go hardship.
yeah.
He could jump into the G League, play for Ignite, and then next thing you know, he's
He could do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would hope. Well, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. To your point, who am I, right?
yeah,
But I would hope. I would hope that he doesn't do one and done. Me personally, I don't think he's at that level to be a one and done.
yeah. I don't think
I
so.
think I think he's very good.
He's very good,
He's very good. You know what I'm
better
saying?
than Christian Laettner.
That kid ain't much better than Christian Laettner, who was hyped,
Yeah,
who
he
was
was.
who was number one.
Yeah, sensationalized.
He
Well,
was very sensationalized to the point they put the boy on the dream team.
right?
You know what I mean? With not 1 ounce of NBA experience. That was his first NBA experience, the freaking dream team. How crazy is that? That's how sensationalized that boy was. Cooper
And
Flag much Cooper Flag is much better than
no, he's much more refined. But
yeah, much
I
more
get
refined.
that. I get that.
Absolutely.
When I say I get that Leitner vibe from him, I mean, he's real linky. He's flexible.
Yeah,
He get to the cup real easy.
yeah.
That's what I mean. He has
He's very wiry. Very wiry.
yes, yes. I
You know what I'm
get those
saying?
kind of vibes from him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Get you.
before he could go into the league doing that, he's gonna get muffed. He's gonna get
Yeah,
muffed.
yeah,
I need him to bulk up a little, just to strengthen up.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. He
Yeah.
just turned 18. He needs to.
Yeah.
He just turned legal.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But listen, getting back to North Carolina though, man. I mean, as controversial as it sounds that they're in the tournament, watch for just keep an eye on the backcourt.
Oh,
Seth
the backcourt is lightning. The backcourt is lightning. I've
Trim,
seen them play.
Trimble and RJ Davis.
They're lightning. They're lightning. They're lightning. It's
RJ
just
Davis is a bucket.
he is. He is. Like I said, it's I don't know what's going on in North Carolina. They should have
Yeah,
won more games than they did.
yeah.
But when I see them struggling a couple of games, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean struggling losing, I mean struggling winning.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that Hubert Davis was in trouble.
Mm.
It's not that he's a bad coach. It's not that what I'm saying. I just feel like his schemes just it ain't North Carolina ish,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when Roy Williams had that team, he had them scrappy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bust that ass. But Hubert Davis is a different animal. So we'll see. We'll see.
When you think that when you think being coached by the being coached by the coach of all coaches, which is Dean Smith. I mean, Dean Smith. He's
Just the name alone.
He's North Carolina. He's the god of North Carolina. He's the god of North Carolina Tar Heel program. He's the god. Rest in peace to him.
Yes,
But
sir.
he's what'd you call it? The omnipotence of basketball coaching in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
He
You
is.
played under that. You know what I mean? I would
He
think that
is.
you would take a lot of things from Dean Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, just being in the building alone,
Yeah, right.
knowing what took place on this court. Forget,
Yeah.
listen, I don't care what anybody say. Jordan wasn't Jordan when college, all right? He just wasn't.
Yeah.
Mike Jordan,
It
if you
was
said
James
Jay,
Worthy. James Worthy was the man.
thank you.
Then
Thank
it
you.
was Sam Mitchell. Then it was Mike.
Sam, yes. And
You know what I'm
you
saying?
still
Not
had
Sam
Kenny.
Mitchell. I mean,
You still had Kenny too.
oh man, no, Sam Mitchell's not his last name.
No, Sam,
Um, because
something.
I'm
I know
thinking,
who you're talking about. He played for the Lakers.
yeah,
Played for the
yeah, yeah,
Lakers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So just knowing what took place, then you
His
had,
first name is Sam, but
yeah,
he was the second best player. Then came Mike.
yes.
The last name will come to me soon.
So when you have that type of
Mhm.
lineage of
Yeah,
years of top names that came through that school,
right.
George Lynch, um,
George Lynch.
yeah,
Woo,
Vince Carter,
woo,
Jeff McGinnis.
woo,
You know what I'm saying? When you have those kind of names, Eric Montross.
woo.
I'm throwing names, Ja, and that's without even looking at nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just remembering
Because we
those type.
watched it. Because we
Yeah,
watched it. We
yeah.
know. We
So
don't need Google for this. We watched this.
no, when you have names like that, listen, you go to that school just to get up. You know what I mean? You
For
don't go to
sure.
that school just to just go to that school saying that you
Yeah, yeah. Right.
no, it's just I don't know, it's different.
Ed Coda.
Oh, you remember Ed Cota? Oh my gosh. Ed Cota. I coached against him, right?
Oh, did you?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, John, I don't want to go down memory lane, but yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
I got
yeah, yeah, Ed Cota. Yeah, I
Okay,
remember that. I
okay.
remember that. Yeah, the kid is who he said he was. Believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Another New Yorker.
Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ed
Yeah.
Coda from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought he was
His
BX.
coach was definitely from Brooklyn.
His coach is definitely from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's yeah.
His coach tried to take Chris from me.
Get out. What?
Yeah. I said, no,
What?
Dad. I said, listen, he's more established than me. I'm not selfish like that. I said,
Right.
listen, he's got a name. He had Ed Cota. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
was like,
Yeah.
yo, maybe you should.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
listen, when you do that, make sure you get what you want out of it.
Get what you want out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't
Definitely.
don't go for don't go for the luxuries.
Yeah. Get what because they definitely
Yeah,
they're gonna get out of you what they want. So
exactly.
do that in return. Absolutely.
Exactly.
My man Chris Zeigler. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to
He got
Chris.
a basketball name too.
He do. He do. Yo, listen, he been through the circuit, man. Listen,
Yeah,
shout out to
Chris
Chris.
was nice though. Chris was nice.
Chris was a beast. Like I
Yeah. He
remember,
was your, keep it 100. He was your best player.
listen, we went to North Carolina, right? But real
Yeah,
quick, we went
yeah.
to North Carolina, we put in this tournament. Yo,
Sidebar, folks. Sorry, folks. Sidebar. Go ahead.
yo, first quarter, First quarter, I
Yeah,
think he had like 20 something points, right?
yeah,
We was up, and because I did this drill 20 before 10, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like if you allowed the other team to score 10 points before you scored 20,
Mm-hmm.
it was booties. If you don't
Mm.
know what booties are, look it up. Anyway, it was booties.
Right.
And then on top of that, it was push-ups. They hated it. They hated it.
Mm.
So when they came out, listen, at the halftime, it was 40 before 10.
Oh.
They didn't even have 10 yet before
Uh,
before my team put up 40 before
yeah,
halftime.
yeah,
That's how bad. And I'm telling you right now, Chris was the main one. He was the gunner.
yeah.
Pulling up from everywhere.
Right,
He was looking like Steph before Steph.
right, 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 right,
Wham,
right.
wham, wham. I thought, yo, what is Chris on?
Yeah.
Then he got injured and it went all to pieces.
Oh
We had
man.
to, I had to get him to the hospital. He came back. He's like, yo, coach, put me in. I was like, I would
Yeah.
be irresponsible if I did that. I will not do
Right.
that. We
Yeah,
wound
yeah,
up
yeah.
losing.
Yeah. It's like chill, chill.
Chill, chill. Let your team do the work.
Right, 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 right.
He was
Sometimes you gotta
killing.
save them from themselves, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, but listen, I mean, at the very least, Carolina is definitely carrying on a tradition of some standout players
They are.
and Seth Trimble and RJ Davis. That's a very formidable backcourt. That's a very formidable backcourt. And I think RJ Davis, he's a bucket.
Yeah.
That kid is a bucket. I think I believe he's a junior now. I think
Mm,
I think if he comes out now, it would be an issue. But I think it would be even better if he did the whole four.
mm.
But if he comes out now, it wouldn't be an issue. I don't think it'll be an issue. Yeah.
Listen, whether kids leave now or not, I think
Yeah.
they should stay. I mean, you're getting paid now, right?
Right, right. I mean, why not?
So
Exactly. Why not?
why
Yeah.
not? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no rush to get into the league.
There's no rush, right?
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So, and
Exactly.
those two kids, that backcourt remind me of St. John's old backcourt, Harvey and Grant. Remember them two?
Boo Harvey. Yeah. Yep. Boo
There's some
Harvey.
names, y'all.
Yeah, man. Boo Harvey. I remember Boo Harvey. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was a
Also,
nasty team.
listen, also, I got a backcourt for you from St. John's.
Uh,
Yeah, I got some names for
I
you.
know where you gonna go.
Eric Barkley, LeVar Postel.
Oh man, yo, Ja, that backcourt was filthy,
What?
filthy,
What?
filthy.
What?
St. John's used to get guards now. Their backcourts was bananas.
Oh man.
I'll never forget that squad when they put together Shelton Jones, Walter Berry, Mark Jacks.
Uh, uh
Um, and
yeah,
it was them in Syracuse going at it, boy.
yeah, right, right. With Sherm, the general.
The general, Derek
Uh,
Coleman,
yeah, DC. Yeah,
see,
Billy Owens.
Billy Owens,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then later on, Conrad McRae.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace to Conrad. Yeah,
Rest
man.
in
Yeah,
peace.
man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, we going too far. We getting to a start on the Vlad. They ain't
Ja,
ready for
keep
the
doing it, Ja.
they
Keep
ain't
doing
ready. My bad. They ain't ready for them names. They ain't ready for them names, dog.
Nah,
They ain't ready
I
for them
keep
type of names, man.
I keep doing it, Ja. I need to slow down.
They ain't ready for them type of names,
Nah,
Vlad. They don't be
nah,
knowing. They don't be knowing.
nah, nah. I need to start singing that. What's that? Slow down, baby. You're killing them, filling them with octane.
You know?
Got it
Exactly.
gassed up.
Exactly. Exactly. But
uh,
we'll reel it back. We'll reel it back.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Matter of fact, John, listen, we got a
yeah,
show coming up for the people. With our resident favorite franchise, and he knew these
yes,
cats. He knew these cats. So we
yes,
definitely gonna have a good blast with that. So
yes,
look out
yes,
for
yes.
that interview
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
coming soon.
definitely got that interview in the works as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be some good talk too.
that's
You
gonna be
know.
fun. That's gonna be
But
fun.
bring it back to the present. Bring
Yes,
it
sir.
back to the present. There's another kid that speaking of the Terps, um this kid what's his name? What's his name? He reminds me I saw him play a couple of times. Remind me of DJ Birds. Remember our boy DJ Birds? NC State last year.
NC State.
I got DJ Birds.
Where is he at now? Indiana?
Oh man, I haven't followed up. I don't know where he is now.
I thought he was with Indiana.
Yeah, yeah, but he definitely became a fan favorite.
He
He became,
did.
you know what I'm saying?
He did. I wish he would have
Under
stayed another year, but
undersized big. I mean, he was 6'10" too, but there's this kid playing on the Terps, Derek Queen.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's an undersized center too, big boy.
oh
You
track
know,
Tractor
yeah,
Taylor, huh?
yeah. Yeah, when I saw him, definitely remind me of DJ Burns. So
Mm,
that's a kid to watch out for.
facts.
He's a freshman. He got a little handle.
Nice.
He got a little handle. Take you off the dribble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
These
yeah,
kids today are different.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think yeah. So his name is Derek Queen or Derek Kieran or Derek Queen.
Okay.
I hope I'm getting the last name right. It's either Kieran or Queen.
I'm gonna be looking out for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. Maryland Center, Maryland Terp Center, 6'10", just
I'm
like
gonna look at
DJ.
him. Now I got something to look forward to
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
other
yeah.
bracket.
Big boy, freshman.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and
Terps.
and another kid, Jason Richardson's son is in the building. Jace Richardson.
Word.
Yeah, yeah.
Jay Rich. All
Yeah,
right.
his
Play
son.
for the Terps too?
No, 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 Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shoot.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Michigan had a squad for a couple of years, but Juwan Howard didn't know how to run it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It might be it's either he played for Michigan or Michigan State, one of them. But it's Jace Richardson.
Okay.
He's a guard, Jace Richardson. So it's either Michigan or Michigan State.
Okay.
So that's another kid. That's another kid to watch out for. I want to lean more towards Michigan State. I believe that's where I saw him.
Okay.
But just the fact that the offsprings are here, man. The offsprings are here.
Can't believe it,
The
man.
offsprings are here.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Offsprings are here. And one more. See if this last name sounds familiar to you.
Uh-huh.
He plays for St. Mary's. He's a guard too. He's a guard also. His name is Augustus Marshallonis.
Is he the
You remember,
grandchild or the
you
son?
remember who his dad was?
Oh yeah. Sabonis.
No, no, not
No, not
Sabonis.
Sabonis.
Marshallonis.
Is he
Sarunas.
yeah, right.
Sarunas.
Zarunas, yeah. Is he the son or the grandson?
He's the son.
Son. Okay, okay.
Sarunas. So remember Sarunas played for the Warriors.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
he used to run TMC.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a squad.
Yeah, remember back, listen, low key, the Euro players was in the mix back in the days, before the whole Euro explosion came. And then,
Yep.
yes, there's some dudes in the 90s was nasty with it. My guy's always Detlef Shrimp. Always like Detlef Shrimp.
Oh yeah, you did like you did like the
You know what I'm saying?
shrimp,
But
yeah.
but, but I remember Sarunas Marshallonis. You know
My
what I
guy
mean?
was always Tom Chambers.
Tom James is
He
regular.
was a Euro. He was regular, yeah.
Yeah, regular American. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he had crazy hops though. He had the crazy hops.
You all remember that? We all
He's a-
remember that. We all remember that tragic posterization. I ain't gotta say no names.
Of well, of the mayor of Sacramento. Let's just put it that way.
uh,
Tragic.
oh man,
He
no,
was
no, not
killed.
that posterization. I'm talking about when Chambers did it to find find Saint find legendary Saint John's point guard who was
Oh, Mark.
who was playing for the Knickerbockers at the time.
Mark.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Knees,
Uh,
knees, knees all up in the jaw. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to his credit, at least he ain't jump. Because it would have been worse. He ain't
Yeah.
jump. He just said it. All right. All right. I see. Like I see you up there. All right, Tom. All right,
I
chill,
see what
chill,
we
chill.
doing. I see
Yeah, I
what
see
we
what you're
doing.
doing. All right, chill, chill. All right. Like, oh, watch my face, man. Watch my face. You
That's Ray gonna like it.
know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah, man.
man.
Yeah. So folks, those are some names
Yeah.
that I've pointed out to you. If you're a March Madness fanatic like myself and the chef, keep an eye out on those players, male and
Facts.
female alike. Um, see how see how their respective teams do. Um, how can I forget RJ Luis from St. John's? The
Ooh.
forward. Nice.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Okay.
RJ Luis.
Yeah.
Woo! RJ Luis. Forward from St. John's. Yeah. Yeah. Nice game. Nice game. Slasher,
Yeah.
take you off the dribble. That kind of
Ooh.
business. Take it to the rack kind of business. You know
Easy.
what I'm saying? Little back to the basket action. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got something to look forward to.
RJ Luis, St. John's own, RJ Luis.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So yeah. But so keep a lookout for all those players, folks, standout players, very talented young people.
Yeah.
Yeah, March Madness is gonna be great, man. It's gonna be another
I
great
think it
year
is.
of
I
that.
think it is.
Yeah, for sure. For
It's
sure.
gonna be upset madness. That's what
Yeah,
it
there's gonna be
is.
a lot of upsets happening for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 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 Any damn it mans?
Uh, listen, there's so many of them, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start, but nah, no damn it, man. Well, listen, I listened to I followed up on and I took your advice. I listened to that SAS versus LeBron thing, man. That's
You cracking me up when you say sex.
yo,
Yeah, I'm
I,
listening. Yeah, I was listening to sass. Is that fitting?
yo,
Is that fitting?
it is. Oh my
Like,
gosh,
yo, I'm
yo,
listening.
listen,
I was listening to sass.
yo, I think LeBron. It's
No, but
like
go ahead,
it's
go ahead, go ahead.
not. I think it's not a damn it, man. It's something. I don't know. You tell me what it is, but
Yeah,
I want to say I felt like LeBron humbled him or
yeah,
Bronny humbled him,
yeah.
but in the same breath, Sass is going to do Sass things. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Sass
So,
is gonna do sass things. Yeah, sir.
so it's like
Yes, sir.
I don't know what to make of it. Like, yeah, you should listen, LeBron. Your son is not off the tables. I'm sorry, he's just not. He's playing in the limelight. He has your last name. It's not going to be hands off. If anything, it's going to. You just made it worse by saying too much. Let the kid produce. Let him play his game. That's what I think Sass was alluding to. And I
That was his
think,
point. Yeah.
yeah. So with that being said, I think LeBron made too much of it, protecting his son, and you can't do that and expect him to be a man at the same time.
Hmm. Yeah. And last week's show that was my only that was like one of my concerns, the what's gonna happen moving forward, because how how are people gonna react to Bronny? That's what I was saying in the last show. Because as long as you're gonna be in the NBA, first of all, let's take into account that there's there's people who are pro what LeBron did. I'm pro what
Yeah,
LeBron did. I'm like nepotism. All right, so what? If you got the power, if you got the power and the prestige and the privilege and the juice to do it, nepotism all day. I don't care about that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? For a lot of fathers, a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers in powerful positions, a lot of mothers in powerful positions do that all the time. for their sons and daughters. Nepotism all day. It is what it is. This is a who you know world,
It
man.
is.
This is a who you know
Right.
world, man. You know what I'm saying? Nepotism all day. I'm with it. I ain't gonna. But then there's a faction of people who detest that. Not even don't like it. They detest it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about the haves and the haves not.
Yeah,
And,
they there's a lot of people really emo over the nepotism. So you got the nepotism. That's one strike. On top of the fact that LeBron stepped to another man about his son. That's another strike. His son, who's now a 20-year-old adult in a grown man league. What's going to happen? How are they going to address Bronny moving forward? That's what I was concerned about. I mean, not concerned, but that's what I was thinking about. The heckling, the talking shit. Because you know you're gonna have people. Oh, what you gonna do? You gonna get your daddy? You know you're gonna
yeah,
hate.
yeah, yeah,
You gonna get your daddy to curse me out? You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
And I,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know you're gonna get that, Chef. You're gonna get it.
Yeah, he is gonna get it, man.
Yeah, you
It's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Gonna be
yeah, yeah.
unfortunate, especially when Stephen A. said he remembered after LeBron approached him,
Yeah.
Bronny in the first quarter looked at him and had those like this look, the sad look, and he
Right.
said his dad saw that and just took. I don't know.
Made
It
that
must have.
beeline over there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I get it. Like I said, my words still haven't changed, but I think I would have just handled it a little bit out of public's eye.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
The whole thing about it is that Stephen A said that he wasn't really addressing Bronny per se. He was addressing how LeBron put so much pressure on him to live up to expectations. So he was stressing the fact that this was actually LeBron's own doing. The fact that he tweeted, "Yo, my son is better than half these cats in the league." LeBron tweeted that. That's factual.
Yeah,
Also, the fact that LeBron exercised nepotism. He said, "You want me here? Draft my son.
yeah,
If you want me here, draft my son. I want to play. I'm playing with my son. I want to play with my son." And they did that, which overscored players who I'm sure, were better than Bronny.
hmm,
But yeah, Brown wielded his power. Said, "Nah, get my son here." So this is what Stephen A was addressing when he said, "LeBron, I'm pleading with you as a father. Don't do this to him." So I think where it triggered Braun was where he said, "As a father." So Braun is so I imagine Braun was on some old, "You questioning my parenting?
yeah,
Are you questioning my parenting? Parenting? Are you questioning me as a father?" That, I believe, more so triggered him than what Stephen A could ever say about Bronny, which wasn't much. I can't even recall Stephen A saying anything about Bronny. If I can, I don't recollect. But I remember when he said that, "LeBron, I'm talking to you as a father. Don't do this to your son," because everybody has mixed emotions about how Bronny was drafted and how Bronny got in the league. And he knew, even we know, that people are mumbling behind his back about his level of talent. Not to say that he can get there, that he can improve, but there's a great sentiment out there that Bronny doesn't have the NBA talent right now. Right now. Not forever, not that he'll never have it. He doesn't have the NBA talent right now.
Yeah.
So all that, so all that into their narrative, um, was is what caused Stephen A. to say what he said, and so that's where I agree with him. That's why I said last show, a clock can be broken twice I mean, a broken clock can be right twice a day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Stephen A. is definitely one of them dudes because me and you, we don't really rock with a lot of the stuff he say. You know, it's like, you and I, we look at him like, yo, this dude bugging. You know what I'm saying? But I think his take was legit. It wasn't respectful per se. But I also learned that them two don't really rock with each other like that anyway.
No, they
So
don't.
yeah, so if me and you don't rock with if me and you don't rock with each other, I could say anything remotely. If I ever say anything remotely about you or your son, you're gonna come at me anyway because the undercurrent is you don't like me.
Right.
So and we know how that go. If you don't like a dude, he better not say nothing to me or
Yeah.
about me or anything about my family or I'm seeing them.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But the foundation is I don't like you.
Facts.
Now if they were friends, if they were friends, I think LeBron would have pulled him to the side like, yo, come on, B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron don't like him. So he's gonna press him in front of everybody.
Yeah, you know that was gonna happen, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all that is. So, you know, but
Yeah. It is
we
what it
move
is.
forward. We see how we gonna see how it affects Bronny.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully he gets stronger from this.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody gets stronger from this, you know what I mean? So
No doubt.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, folks, it's a wrap. That's the show. March Madness begins. Watch it, enjoy it, like the chef and I will enjoy it.
Facts.
And until then, we'll see you. And always remember, whatever you do, make sure you love what you do so you can embrace the grind. WGR Sports. We are gone. Till next time.
No doubt. Peace.